Marvel Rivals has finally done it. They just released a video on Twitter addressing EOMM. Now, before I even get to the video, I just want to say I am 50-50 on if EOMM actually exists or not. The reason why I am 50-50 is because most of the games that I lose, I'm like, okay, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, I need to get better at hit scan heroes instead of projectiles because I'm just naturally better at projectile, or I'm just not facing the right matchup of characters that I'm actually good against. And then there are just some inexplicable games that I lose where I'm just turning around looking at what my teammates are doing, and it's just unjustifiable on how these people are at this elo. Like, when I perform bad, at least I'm breaking even, or I'm doing slightly better than even, but not really doing as much as I could be every single match. And then when I look at how these guys perform when they're doing bad, it is unjustifiable on how they are where they are at that rank. It is absolutely insane. Now, I don't know if this is because a system that they've created, EOMM, or if it's legitimately just bad matchmaking. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
Hi, Rebels. I'm Zuyong. We've heard your passionate feedback and ongoing discussions about
Twitter.
Matchmaking and ranking in Marvel Rivals. Your voices matter, and we want to give you a transparent look into
I really don't know how this system works. I don't know. I can't tell.
Up. Any numbers used are for illustrative purpose only, and the calculation process is also simplified for easier understanding and does not represent the
so whatever numbers that they show are around that area, not it's exactly that area.
After every competitive match, your score is calculated based on two key components: base points and performance points.
Okay, now base points actually makes sense, but I am still under. I fall under the fence of that performance-based points should not exist. It is hard to justify what should give you more points. There are just some uncalculable things that you can't predict when you have performance-based points. If you place a Groot wall in between the tank and his team so he doesn't get healed, you can't. That's just something that you can't. Those are moves that are very much seen in high elo. And you just can't calculate that in points. So they have to go off statistics, which I don't think statistics should ever be in any type of calculation when it comes to rank points.
According to your current rank, the formula looks like this.
Is it just something
This depends on match outcome, your current competitive score, average competitive score of the enemy team.
Okay, that makes sense.
First, the match result determines whether you gain or lose points.
This is simple. So basically what he's pointing out right here is if you win, you get points.
Second,
you lose points.
The difference between your competitive score and the enemy team's
average score of both teams. This makes sense.
How many points you gain or lose. If a player's competitive score is lower than that of the enemy team, the system recognizes that the player is challenging a stronger opponent. In this case, a victory will grant an extra bonus to the base points, while a defeat will result in fewer points deductions. The reverse applies when facing lower ranked teams. Examples: players' competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average 3,500.
Yeah, so if whoever wins gets 20.
Plus 20 base points, lost minus 20 base points.
See, this makes sense.
Players' competitive score 3,500. Enemy team's average 3,700.
So this is pretty standard because you can't make every match the exact same competitive points. It's just you just cannot do it.
3,500. Enemy team's average.
So this makes sense.
3,300.
But I'm genuinely under the fence, or what's it called?
Minus 25.
I'm genuinely on the not on the fence, but I'm on the team that
your individual
I don't even know how to say it. I'm on the team that you should not get performance-based points at all.
The match. Because heroes in Marvel Rivals have widely different powers.
I don't agree with this at all.
We don't just tally up stats. Even if two players contribute equally to the outcome, Their raw stats may look very different depending on which hero they played. Instead,
I don't like this at all. I don't like performance-based
we use
points at all.
Steps to
like, they need to get rid of it.
Points.
I think this is a bigger issue than most people realize.
We normalize match stats to a per 10-minute value and convert that into a single performance value. We compare that to the average performance value for that same hero at your rank, also per 10 minutes. That gives a hero-specific performance coefficient. The better you perform versus the average, the higher your coefficient.
I need to see like an example.
If you played multiple heroes, we time weight those to get your match coefficient. We then compare your performance coefficient to your team's average to determine your final performance
I still don't think performance-based points should be in the game at all.
Examples. A Diamond 1 player spends 4 minutes as Loki and 6 minutes as Invisible Woman in a 10-minute match. Let's break down the performance points calculation. First, the system converts their in-game stats.
They really are just laying it all out there. I gotta give them credit for doing this, but I mean, I don't agree.
Assuming Loki
I don't agree with these type of point value systems.
1,200, and Invisible Woman has 1,000. Next, the system finds the average performance value for Diamond 1 players with those heroes, which we will assume Loki and Invisible Woman both are 1,000.
Okay.
We then calculate the performance coefficients. Loki's coefficient is 1.2, while Invisible Woman's is 1. This is then weighted by playtime. The overall coefficient works out to be 1.08. Finally, this player's coefficient is compared to the other 5 teammates. Let's say that they are 1, 1, 0.8, 0.8, and 1.15, resulting in an average of 0.97. This gives us the final adjusted performance coefficient of 1.11.
Okay, but what's like how much? So it's 1.1.
Once both your base points and performance points are calculated, your final score is determined by weighting these two parts. The weights vary by rank.
Okay.
As you climb the ranks, the weighting of base points will gradually increase, while performance points weighting decreases. In lower ranks, performance points have a higher weight to help skilled players rise faster. Higher ranks shift weight towards base points for consistency.
Oh, I didn't know that.
A player wins a rank match, earning 20 base points and 30 performance points. If the player is in silver, with a base point weight of 0.4 and a performance point weight of 0.6, the final score gained is 26. If the player is in celestial, with a base point weight of 0.7 and a performance point weight of 0.3, the final score gained is 23.
Okay, so the higher, I didn't know that. See, this is what I like about videos like this. Like, I don't agree with performance-based SR at all. I think it should be completely taken out of the game. But I like when they're coming out completely and showing you how the matchmaking works. Like first of all, that takes balls, and second of all, I'm actually grateful because it shows you stuff that you didn't know. Like, I had no idea that the higher up you go, the less performance-based SR actually matters. So I'm surprised that even like this is why making these types of videos sometimes is good, because it helps clarify like some things that you're confused about. Like I didn't know that. If they never dropped this video, I would have never known that.
Our players hail from all corners.
I mean, it still doesn't change my opinion, but I mean, it definitely does. Like, it's like, okay, it's not as bad as I thought it was.
Balancing fast matchmaking with fair matches has always been our challenge and focus for ongoing improvement.
Matchmaking mechanics, yeah, I wonder how this works, because some of the games are just absolutely,
players
you just cannot.
Based on server node selection, team composition, competitive
team composition.
Once matchmaking starts, the system looks for opponents on your chosen server or servers. As wait time increases, the system gradually expands the search to higher and lower ranks,
helping
you get into a match promptly. The expansion is kept to prevent unbalanced games. Once we have 12 players within the acceptable rank range, the match is set.
Okay, I don't know how standard that is, but that makes sense to me.
Arranged to minimize differences in average competitive scores.
But what does it mean, like team compositions? That's what I don't get.
Team matchmaking is based on team size. For fairness, a 6-player team will only face another 6-player team.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Fighting an exact match can take time when taking into account all the factors, like competitive scores, server selection, etc.
That makes sense.
Since launch, 5-player teams have been disabled to protect solos.
That's
the
fine.
Team size, the system opens up to more combinations as wait time increases.
I
take a 4-player team.
I don't like that
example,
they took four stacking out of comp or 6 stacking. It's like, why you even play the game with your friends? Like, you play the game, a team-based game to play with your friends, but it makes no sense.
4-1-1 versus 3-2-1. Longer waits means broader competitive scores.
Okay, so if you have a 4-stack, if it tries to give you another 4-stack to go against, but depending on how long the wait time is, it'll make you go 4, 1, 2, and 1 random and another random, or 4 and 2. So 4 people who are grouped together and then 2 people who are grouped together.
Ranges. And reaching the upper limit of the range can result in a difference in scores between the two teams. From the matchmaking results, this would appear to be an unbalanced battle. However, tightening the rules would mean much longer waits and a bad experience. This is the core challenge.
Yeah.
Balancing matchmaking quality and speed.
Honestly, like, I like the insta-queues, don't get me wrong. I have always been under the team that I don't care about queue times if the match is good. That's just me personally, but I can understand why people don't have a lot of time sometimes, and people just want to get into a game quick. They're just like, people are impatient. So I can understand the queue times argument, but I would much rather have matchmaking quality over queue time.
Queues make this speed versus quality trade-off more noticeable. At higher ranks, there are fewer players and they are spread across different servers.
Yeah.
So this happens more often. So, after careful review, starting in Season 3.5, with temporarily restricted teams of 4 or 6 players for matchmaking
temporarily!
Ranks, where their balanced matches are harder to fight. Moving forward.
Temporarily? No. Okay. Temporarily. Now, we thought this was gone perma. So everybody assumed it was EOMM. Like, oh, we can't let people 3-stack. Or we can't let people 4-stack to be EOMM. But it's actually due to matchmaking issues. So they're temporarily taking it away. So it's a big note that it's actually going to come back. I'm very surprised to hear that.
To explore new solutions to better meet the diverse needs of players.
I wonder how they'll fix that issue if it's temporary. Is this a full-on big example?
To help you better understand how the matchmaking system works, here's an example scenario. Suppose player A teams up with player B and player C to queue for competitive.
Okay, so 3-player queue.
Player A is Diamond 1, player B is Diamond 3, player C is Platinum 1. The average rank of this 3-player team is around Diamond 3. They select only the Oregon server node for matchmaking. Since there aren't enough teams of the same size and rank in the queue on this node, the matchmaking system gradually expands the search range as time passes.
Okay, that makes sense.
After 5 minutes, the system finds 9 more players.
I don't think I've had a 5-minute queue in my life on this game.
These 9 players include another 3-player team with an average rank of Platinum 1, a 2-player team with an average rank of Diamond 2, and 4 solo players. Player D, Diamond 1, Player E, Diamond 2, Player F, Platinum 1, Player G, Diamond 2.
We get it, they're spread out.
To ensure fairness, the system first places the 2 3-person teams on opposite sides.
Okay,
then,
so 3 stacks will never be teamed up together for fairness.
3-player team plus 2-player team plus 1 solo player. Side B, 3-player team plus 3 solo players.
Okay.
Now, the exact team split is determined by the solo players to make both sides' average ranks as close as possible. The fairest division is Side A, 3-player team, Diamond 3 average, plus 2-player team, Diamond 2 average, plus player F, Platinum 1. Side B, 3-player team, Platinum 1 average, plus player D, Diamond 1, plus player E, Diamond 2, plus player G, Diamond 2.
Okay, yeah, so they're trying to average out.
Scenario,
this is just a really... Okay,
there are still
I get it.
notable rank gaps within each side.
Yes.
For example, Side A's player F, Platinum 1, and Side B's player D, Diamond 1, each have a 2 to 3 division differences from their teammates. This means there can be internal team imbalances.
That Diamond 1 player on Side B must be crying about his teammates.
As follows.
I think this goes to show like why sometimes your games just feel completely unwinnable. Because if you are the highest player on your team, and then you have this 3-stack right here, let's say because this is the example, this 3-stack that's on Side B, and their average rank is Platinum 1, so they're shitters compared to you. They know what to expect when they play. When this Diamond 1 player is queuing up, he's not expecting to play with the Platinum 1 player. Like, these guys on side, like, they're used to the dog shit that they do. And then this Diamond 1 is expecting, like, good players on his team. And then he gets people who are way below him, the stack that's way below him. I think this is one of the reasons why it just feels like some games are unwinnable when you're doing decent. Even, like, when you're having a bad game, you're not doing really bad compared to the rest of your team. And you just look at them and they're just, like, paraplegics.
Side A, the 3-player team picks a Vanguard player A, Duelist player B, and Strategist player C. The 2-player team chooses a Vanguard and a Duelist player F.
This is going into way a lot of detail.
His preferred role instead of filling the missing
these are the platinum shitters that I'm saying, okay, fucking, they need to show ranking. They need to show your rank. This is how you solve this issue. I don't care. Okay. I hate private profiles. Let's just put that out there. I hate private profiles. I've never liked private profiles in my life. I hate this idea that you queue up on a team-based game and you have no idea the rank, the people that your the people that your teammates play. You can't see their characters. And now, like, I'm looking at the scenario and I'm thinking, why is this Platinum 1 dog trying to play Duelist? Like, I get it. It's your main role. But, like, having a bad support is really bad. Having a bad tank is really bad. And if you have a super hardcore carry Duelist, like one player who's really good on DPS, you can make this work. But my issue, like, I don't know. I'm going on a tangent. I'm going on rants. I just need to stop. I hate low elo players just trying to take the most carry-heavy game, or carry-heavy role. I don't like it.
Duelist, a strategist. Player D picks an additional strategist. Player E picks another Vanguard. Player G picks another Duelist.
I'd rather have a low-rank tank player, which I'm a tank main. I'd rather have a low-rank tank player than a low-rank DPS or support player.
Side B has a strategic advantage, as all 6 players are playing their main roles. On Side A, a Duelist main is forced to fill as a strategist. And the lowest ranked player is also playing Duelist, which may weaken the team's synergy.
Yeah. Most frequently raised questions. Oh!
Recently,
EOMM. He's gonna bring it up. He's gonna say it.
Received a lot of feedback from the community, with many players believing that our matchmaking system employs EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking. This would imply manipulating the matchmaking queue to keep players' win rates around 50%, ensuring they remain engaged in the game. We want to be clear. Marvel Rivals does not use
You heard it here first. They do not.
So, why do some matches feel uneven? Why do certain players encounter win or loss streaks? We would like to take this opportunity to provide some insights, hoping to clarify some of the confusion for everyone.
You want to know what it is? I think it's because when you're going on a win streak, sometimes they're like, oh, these guys are doing good, So they'll put people who are on or who are currently losing games onto your team. So now you get dragged into losers queue, and now you're losing. So they're trying to put you with people who have previously won, and the cycle continues. That's what I think.
In a competitive two-sided
game, if I get proven right,
game,
that would be nice.
The fewer players on each side, the more accurately the competitive score reflects individual skill. However, as team size increases, this accuracy drops, since even if both teams have identical average scores, other factors like teamwork and coordination can sway the outcome. Additionally, because we don't lock roles, players might end up playing a role they are less comfortable with.
That is true. That is also something to take into consideration. It's one of the few reasons why some people don't like open queue and why some people don't like hero shooters in general. Which, if you don't like it, then hero shooters are not for you. But there's always going to be some randomness when it comes to teaming up with randoms, when what they're good against, what you're good with, what you're good against. Like, playstyles are very different, so this makes sense.
At their rank's full potential. Even if you are assigned your preferred role, playing a hero you are less skilled with can also affect your impact in the match.
True.
So, why don't we add role queue?
Not me though, I'm Flex God.
We believe that allowing players the freedom to play as their favorite superheroes and team up with others to create diverse creative team combos encourages more varied strategies and gameplay. Second, adding role-based matchmaking would significantly increase queue times, while still failing to fully eliminate.
I don't think this game needs role queue. I think they need to address some of the issues with team ups and stuff, because some characters have way too many team ups compared to other characters. But like Johnny having 3 team ups, the Thing having 3 team ups, that's just ridiculous. And it should limit engaging in 2-2-2 gameplay, because I think seeing triple tanks kind of cringe, seeing triple support is ultra cringe, and then I don't actually mind seeing 3 DPS. That's the one that I don't really care for. It just doesn't sit well with me. It should not be like the average that I go into a game, I queue up, and I see instantly 3 supports.
Skill discrepancies between matches,
because it just becomes this huge sustained fight. Then again, that could be just a balance issue, which I genuinely do think it is.
Number of players across the 3 roles. To strike a balance between matchmaking speed and fairness, the competitive score ranges for each role would have to differ. Roles with fewer players would have lower competitive score thresholds, while roles with more players would require higher thresholds. This, in turn, will lead to greater variance in match quality. We are working to introduce more interesting vanguards and strategies in future updates to give players more.
I don't actually care that there's more DPS than there is supports or tanks. My issue with there being more tanks and supports is that their utility, their ultimates are more damaging to the game if they're unbalanced or if they are fundamentally broken. Like adding another support, what are they going to do with the support ult other than another fucking sustain ult? When it comes to tanks, usually it's like a stun or like a one, you kill somebody with one person, or like some type of crowd control. On DPS, it's always almost damage every time. I don't want to see another sustained support comp or whatever. I get why people want more support heroes, but the issue is those casuals will always complain about support ults not being good if they do not heal, or if they don't do something entirely game breaking. I don't think there was an actual issue with Rocket ult. Old Rocket ult was not bad. I thought it was good for what it was. The issue is that there was Luna that had 12-second ult. There was Mantis, who was still good at the time. You'd have Invisible Woman, her ult just heals. Every ult just heals, except for Jeff and Rocket and Adam, and I guess Loki. But I mean, most of the time, if you play Loki, you're copying a support. It's that the support ult is most likely just going to be healing again, which I don't like.
but these changes will take time to develop. We thank you for your patience.
Like, I'd rather there be more DPS in the game than supports.
Statistically, win and loss streaks are a matter of probability. For example, if two sides are truly 50-50, over 3 games, the chance of 3 consecutive wins or losses is 12.5%. Over 10 games, the chance of 3 or more wins or losses in a row rises to 50%. So, over enough games, everyone will eventually experience win or loss streaks. For those interested, you can use tools to calculate the probability of achieving a streak, whether it's 5 consecutive wins or 5 consecutive losses, under different win rate scenarios over 10 matches. Of course, the game isn't pure math. Several in-game factors can increase the likelihood and impact of streaks, making these experiences feel more pronounced. For example, team average scores are rarely perfectly balanced, so actually win rates may not be exactly 50%. When queuing consecutively,
it's just like, this is just basic math. You guys are stupid. You don't know how statistics work.
Can carry over the
your low IQs just couldn't understand how statistics work. Like, you're playing Marvel Rivals.
Team matchmaking,
you are low IQ
the pool
degenerates.
Of available combinations is smaller.
Which, to be fair, it makes sense, but like, there are some that are like questionable.
Less populated regions. Even if the probability of a streak occurring is just 1%.
Basically that one...
Marvel Rivals' large player base means many will experience that.
I don't know, man. That full sheet of gray, if I ever saw that, I don't know how I'd feel.
We are constantly analyzing feedback and refining our systems. Your trust and input help us shape a better experience. Thank you for being part of the Marvel Rivals community.
I'm glad they talked about this, but I mean, they still...
We are excited to keep improving with you.
I mean, I give them props for bringing this up. I think this was an issue that definitely needed to be brought up, because everybody was just getting mad at the game and mad at matchmaking. But overall, I still think people are going to go ahead and assume that EOMM is real and that they're not going to talk about it. Like, even with all this information out there now, and a lot of things are kind of cleared up in my mind of, like, about performance-based SR, I still think that people are going to be very, very on the side that they're like, oh, they might have said EOMM doesn't exist, but kind of does, actually. I don't believe them no matter what. But either way, I mean, that's a good video. I'm glad I reacted to that. I don't think EOMM is necessarily real, but there are moments where I definitely do feel like, what the fuck is this match that I'm in? It is absolutely unbelievable. To be said, I mean, they still can improve matchmaking for sure. Either way, if you like the video, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later.